When I was young, I didn't think I'd live to be in high school. I was playing some twisted game of hide and seek with my happiness, and I was losing. I had never been good at hide and seek, but I was stubborn. I kept looking, even as I lost more of me in the process. I was chasing something I had lost years ago, and while I ran, more of me fell off like I was a tree losing leaves in the middle of spring. I hoped my body gave out, and then maybe someone would notice I was lost. I couldn't find any part of me that was left. I would stare at my hands for hours, and yet I couldn't recognize them anymore. I was a stranger forced to pretend I was still me. I wasn't that kid who was stubborn and sassy, that loved to build small rooms for my toys, and to play in the park until I was dragged home. I was alone in some shell of a person I couldn't remember. I couldn't build myself back up with pieces that didn't fit. I tried to wedge all these broken pieces back together into some semblance of what I once was. But it never worked. They would fall and break more until they were fragments of pieces, not able to fit together anymore. I was barely in middle school when I sat on the kitchen floor, staring at a bottle of pills like they were candy. My body littered in cat scratches, looking more like barcodes, feeling like I had sunk to the bottom of the ocean after years of swimming. I was desperately calling a stranger, hoping they could help me find any reason to keep going. She said to make small goals, like finish your shampoo and conditioner at the same time, or go on your first date. I couldn't think of any goals. Nothing mattered to me as much as stopping the pain, hoping I could stop losing pieces I was trying so hard to keep, my body giving out around me, and I didn't care enough to stop it. I threw that bottle across the floor, listening to the pills scatter like marbles. I thought of my mom, who worked so hard for me to live comfortably, my sister, who would have no one if I left, my cat, who wouldn't understand why I wasn't there to feed her any, my aunt, who I told so many times not to worry about me, my stepdad, who would have to call and tell my mom her kid was dead. So I kept seeking. I kept looking for what I had lost so long ago. And I found it. It was hidden in places I had looked countless times, but it was also in the hands of someone I had never met, in places that were new to me, places I had never been, under pillows and in closets of a room I didn't recognize. So I started putting pieces back together into something new. Someone who was so different from what I was trying to build. A new person who looked so different. A new person who looked so happy. A new person I never knew, but I wanted to. When I was young, I didn't think I'd live to be in high school. I graduate next year.